Welcome back, all. Elliott Trades here. Let's get into it. We're at the 4 hour time frame on GBPUSD. We've got, if we quickly go to the daily time frame and we see the count, okay, to me, we've got a one wave here. That's what I see. And then we've got this ABC. ABC is complete, but this could still all be A, okay? This could be B. Okay, I can count a 5 wave move in there nicely. Sometimes these B waves will trick you and they'll actually just be A, B, C. Okay, correcting this. So I am more of the impression that's what we've got, and we get another push down. So in this time frame, from here, I'm looking for another move down to either here, this white box, this green box, or all the way down here. That's what I'm looking for. Now, if we jump to the 4 hour time frame, okay, so remember that B wave here, its high was taken, okay, we manipulated the high, the blue line over there, okay. That could be considered a bullish breaker structure, and then after a finished correction, price continues higher. But because of the prior count, not to say that price can't continue higher, because I see that as a 1, and even if that is a 1, this could be a 3 wave down, we get another 3 wave up, so we get A, B, and then a 5 wave down and a C for our 2 wave, okay? And as we have this breaker structure here, then that increases the likelihood, okay? We've taken out some supply here, but we did stay respectful of this supply over here, okay? But the reason why it's a bit, you could say it's a bit unclear as to whether we're going down now, because this is corrective. This here is corrective. It's a zigzag, okay, based on the C wave. Okay, this could have been, this was a 1 or an A. This was a B or a 2. There was nothing wrong with that. But then later on, as we came down for this so-called 3, you can count the first one fine. 1, 2, 3. And inside 3, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you can go 1, 2, 1, 2. But then you can't go 3, 4 because it comes to the price territory of 1 and 5. So this here looks like a diagonal to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just quickly make sure 3 is longer than 5. Old rules for contracting diagonal, 1 would have had to have been shorter than 3. No, 1 would have been the longest, then 3, then 5. But now with the new rules, as long as 5 isn't longer than 3 and you still got the shape of a diagonal when you take it from 2 to 4 and 1 to 3, yeah, now this is not a diagonal because the lines are not contracting, and this wave here, wave 5, is longer than wave 3. So this to me is a WXY. This is, or inside here at least, is a WXY. So this is corrective. I can't count a clear impulse here. Okay, now I do believe it's finished. We've hit the 1618, which is rare for a C, more common for a 3. C would normally stop at 1 to 1 or 1.236 or 1.382. Okay, in this scenario, we don't have that. Price now, so considering we've got finished A, B, C, we could be looking for a B wave or an X wave to then continue lower. But I do have something to say here. We have slight bullish divergence on the 4 hour time frame just below here, and on the daily time frame we do have price at the 50 EMA, which is powerful support. The 50 EMA on the daily is strong support. I mean, look at what it did when it tapped here. We got our new high from there, Okay, we fake rejections here and whatnot. But this, the higher time frame you go, the more powerful the 50 EMA is. Not to mention it's at this demand zone, prior fourth wave. So looking for some up, I can say that much. Looking for some upside on if price would go below here on Bitcoin, I've got to close out my trade. 2 seconds. Yeah, it looks like I'm closing out my Bitcoin trade. I knew I might have been early, but I took the chance. We'll see if that alert goes off. I'll close my Bitcoin trade. This is too much. This OBS, for some unknown reason, just makes my computer go crazy slow. I do have a lot of things on though. Okay, there's a chance. There's a chance. Wait, pull that 886 back. This. Reason why I say there's a chance. We're all the way outside here. So price could, on the TDI, we're outside the volatility band. So price could just bounce back. Okay. If we hit the 886, there's low probabilities that this is a 1-2 and it's most likely an AB. But you can see right by that 0.886, right by that 0.886, which is taken from, hold on, let's bring this a bit more accurate. That's it. Taken from that high, this low to this high. Okay, if it was getting a 1-2, 1-2, you don't want to hit the 886. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to the analysis. We will hear I'll hear the alert if it should get triggered. All right. So look, we're seeing support coming in, kicking in here for the pound. So some upside, then down. Okay. So we're gonna make sure the fibs are on here, and we're gonna watch and see which fibs we get potential distribution around or rejection around. I've got to say this as well. Looking over here, these highs look like liquidity highs. I'll get into that. We'll go into the smaller time frame. All right, so 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame. We got a bit of bullish divergence. We have some levels of potential liquidity to be grabbed, and we have hit the demand zone with some bullish divergence. We did go sideways right over here. 1, 2, 3, 4-hour candles. Grabbed the low, came up. So bullish. Okay, for now bullish. That's how I see this. Now the 1 hour has gone above the 50 static. Excellent. Excellent, in fact. Just add into my trade. Isn't it annoying? You try and place a trade on your phone, iPhone, and then an alert pops up at the top. You go to press buy, and it takes you into YouTube. And you have to come back in, and you don't get a good feel. So, 1 hour time frame has gone above the 50 static. We're pushing below it on the open of this new 1 hour candle. We've yet to close above the 50 EMA. This one poked it, showed rejection. 15-minute time frame. We're yet to see the 50 EMA again. We might not. The 13 sufficient. It looks like we've built an OB. If we can get a close, if this candle or the next one could close above here, I'll say we're on our way up. Yeah. If not, yeah, then if we come up here, wick and pull down, then I'm looking for price to come into this green area here where the 50 EMA is, just above the daily open, where we have a green vector that I don't believe has a wick below it either, so that could get swiped. Just want to be certain. Yeah. So we could come and swipe this just before going back up. Okay, so the way I see it, strong close above, this red line, increased probabilities we're gonna continue higher now. Bitcoin is beautiful, beautiful. It just avoided hitting the 0.886. Oh, it might have just tapped it actually. Okay. I'll get that precise later and see if it really did touch it. It may have touched it. It doesn't mean we're not bullish or thing. It's just going to affect the probabilities on what type of structure we have going up from here. Okay, so we really want to close above this red line on pound USD. If we go to the the TDI, we'll have bullish divergence, right? Right, so cool. The market makers are shifting into buys. All right, we have this. Sorry, we have this trend line over here. Let's get it right. Trend line over here, okay, which we tapped here and dropped, okay. To me, this is going to be seen again very soon. It's either we're going to grab the liquidity here and drop, okay, or we're going to accumulate and come higher. So we could come up, we could drop, and then come back up and close above. Okay, so basically manipulate this. This is going to be manipulated whether price goes up or down. Yeah, 90, high 90s%. It's unlikely to just go straight up. Okay, it can come up, take this high and tank. It can come up, take this high, pretend to tank and come higher. Okay, but this trend line is the nearby, more immediate target. Now, like I said, I'm bullish for now. And I'm expecting price to get up into this area or this area as a minimum. Because we now have these descending highs that I've noticed, it would not surprise me for price to come and take out these highs as well into here. Okay, that would not surprise me. But at the same time, so let me not confuse you. I don't want to confuse you. At the same time, we got ABC or a W or an A in total. We can get the same thing up here and tank, but we don't have to go that high. All right, we only need to see the 0.382 as that's the usual minimum. So we can come up here, see the 382, tap into this, so we would have, and dump, and we would have manipulated the trend line as well. Because overall, I'm gonna have to say I'm bearish. I'm gonna have to say I'm bearish overall for the pound. If we look at the daily quickly, and I'll take off the indicators again. Okay, we have, like I said, 1, 2, A, B, C. So 1, A, B, C, 2. Okay, then 1. Or it could be A, B, C, or it could be A, B, A, B, C. Either way, this is my count. This is what I believe the count is. 1, 2. So on this biggest time frame, I'm bullish. Okay, you can see by the count. But obviously for now, I'm quite a bit bearish, like quite heavily bearish. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if we're correcting this entire move, which is what I'm calling for, from here to here to be corrected. I'm looking at the 50. I'm looking at the 50 to the 61, and I'm still looking at these lows that they could get swiped as well into here before we continue higher. That's a possibility. So looking at the daily again, looking for price to grab liquidity, form some form of distribution in this area and drop. We got news at 3 o'clock. So let's have a look at EURUSD. So it's not crystal clear exactly where, but I've given you the levels. We could drop at the 0.382. We could go higher to those levels that I marked up. But what you're looking for is for price to show us it's ready to continue back down. Now looking at EURUSD, we've got this ABC after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this count looks very nice. Inside here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the leading diagonal. 1, 2. Then we could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a 3, and this could be a 4, which would then make us still in the fourth wave, looking to make a fifth wave, okay, potentially. Otherwise, it's how I have it on the chart, 5, and we're looking for a 2-wave down, just as the pound. So this is clearly a 3 ABC. The moment price came up and touched here, and also the moment price came and touched the 618, it was confirmation that this is a 3 and it can't be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to the downside. Okay, so we've hit a supply zone. Yeah, that's the B wave over there. And yeah, this to me is clearly on this time frame, you want to look to sell. Okay, you want to look to sell, and I don't think this will hold. I don't think if we it can hold, but first initial target would be this box, then we'd wait and see what price gives us. So currently EURUSD, right, we're gonna look at the TDI and the EMAs. We want to make a move to the 50 EMA at least, which is the top of this box. We want to make a move to the 50 EMA at least. Okay, 4-hour time frame. So far, EURUSD, in my opinion, is giving us clearer, cleaner price action. It would be good if my charts were clean. As well, Bitcoin is going up. Excellent. From here, we've got, I'm going to remove the volume. From here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, A, B, C. Corrective, which is what you'd want to see, because at the end of the day, this is impulsive and we're bearish, right? And this is corrective, even though it's an impulsive move, sorry. Yeah, but there's always a chance you get a 1, 2, 1, 2. Not what I'm looking for. I'm literally just looking for price to manipulate, say, this black line. I've got some inefficiencies here. Or come and grab this trend line, top of the channel, to tank. There are more inefficiencies slightly higher up. And tell you the truth, I wouldn't be surprised if we went up. I wouldn't be surprised if we went up, because Where price is seated right now on the daily time frame at the 13 EMA, it could use it as support. Make one more high. This just doesn't look like this area is going to hold. It looks like liquidity. I'm seeing all relatively equal highs over here. Okay, relatively equal highs over here. I can see a trend line. Okay, we did come and poke it a bit here, but even after that, we left the candle with a very low wick. It looks like we might be going up on Euro USD before we come down. Like basically that up move might not be so shallow. It might be quite deep. I am expecting price to come and see this area at least. So with that area on the chart, let's go down to the 1 hour time frame and we'll just quickly look at the EMAs. If that 4 hour, which is going to close in an hour 47, I find that this is the time when the 4 hour likes to start kicking. So let me go to the hour. I'm actually considering a buy on Euro USD right now. I'm considering this buy on Euro USD right now. Euro, I don't normally enter on this time frame, but because I'm doing this, I don't really have the time. So I've entered Euro USD. Okay, I'm in Euro USD to the upside. I'm also in pound to the upside. Have a quick look at the pound. Pound is playing games now, but I can see that we need to go higher. So yeah, initially we're going up. Overall, I'm bearish, which is, is about finding that point in which to take price back down. Euro USD's got green vectors showing now. Sorry. Euro USD, I know I've got a lot on my chart. Let me get rid of this. No, I'll just leave it for now. Makes sense. All right. So we're above the 50 static on the 15-minute time frame with a minute to close. So that's very bullish. There's always the chance we do this. I don't believe that's going on right now. These liquidity highs have been taken. So it would have been nice to look at the volume right now, but I'm going to leave that out. I've got another inefficient level right here, just below the psychological low. And then just above that, is this a trend line? And go to the hour quickly. Okay, that trend line was taken. So, channel. Was that the high? You know what? I'm just going to draw a trend line as well. Don't want to mess up my channel. Okay. Over here we have a trend line. Be honest with you, I'd aim for here. I'd aim for here for today or for now. And then I'm waiting. And I want to see price manipulate this, distribute. I want it to form a distribution whilst grabbing that. If that does happen, because I don't know. Yeah, it can come up into here and then do it as well. Yeah. If that does happen and we get some form of distribution in this area, anywhere from this high daily range to this psychological low in this area, yeah, definitely want to see price grab the trend line as well. Any break of structure after, I'll sell it. Okay, but for now, I'm definitely looking for buys. We've swept this low. We came back down here, grabbed some liquidities. We've engulfed, look at this. We've engulfed this 1 hour bearish candle. They tried to send man down. We grabbed the lows and engulfed above it. So even if I saw price do this, I'm still comfortable holding, expecting this at least. If we can get a distribution, grab the trend line, break structure, that's a sell. Okay. So let's get on to NZDUSD and see what that's doing next quickly. NZD, and let me look at Bitcoin for a second. That was a close one. See how they danced at the 88.6 and then took off. The stop loss, like I said, was at this red line, not below it, at it. Because as far as I'm concerned, if we could have touched it, that was it. I could have even put a few pips up, but I've left it as that. Look, I'm sorry about this. I'm gonna have to work out what's going on with this this constant freezing and slowing of the computer. Potentially we have a 5 in here and an ending diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just check and make sure that that third wave is longer than the fifth wave. Because if it's not, then it's not that at all. It's not that. Okay, cool. So I don't know if we've got complete structure there. I can see we've got bullish divergence there. It's on the hour and we've closed above the 13. So tell you the truth, for this, I'll take buys to the 50 MA. This is my bread and butter trade. Okay, it's likely the low is in. It's likely the low is in. We have bullish divergence. We have two closes above the 13 EMA. The 5 EMA and the 13 EMA have crossed and they're starting to fan apart. You might see something sharp there, but if it comes back up and takes out this high. All right, there's two ways to do this. You can just enter now, stop loss here, this low here, this candle at 9 a.m. Or you can go any of these lows. But what I would do is I'd have my stop loss there. Or you can wait for price to take this high. That's the safest, best way to do it. Okay. If you wait for it to take that high and just enter, or wait for it to take that high and come back into some demand down here on the smaller time frames. Let's go to the 15. This is a demand zone. Yeah. Price could take that high, come back down, back into here, maybe 50% of it, and then give you a buy opportunity. But I'd say it's safer. Put stop loss there and take the trade. The moment that gets broken, you're only really aiming for here. The 200 EMA here, the 50 EMA on the hour. In fact, I prefer that to be on the 50 EMA on the hour. Okay, that's where you're aiming for, because you are going to get turbulence. You're definitely going to get turbulence over here. Thought my mic was off. I tried to film this video. That's why I'm rushing a bit. I tried to do a video for you twice today, man, and both times my mic was off. First time it was off, second time it died. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Potentially, it can go like this. In fact, it is like this for me. Okay, that makes it make sense. We haven't come outside the channel low. Okay, this would be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. So 1, 2, 3. We're looking for the fourth wave. Okay, around the 0.382 to the 50, cannot touch the 0.618. So this channel will not be a factor. Touch that 618, something else is happening here. That 0.618 in red over here. If the moment you touch that, this is not a fourth wave. Simple as that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that gives us, okay, a trade up to this area, 50 MA. Then, you know, if price could come around here or something like that, you could take a short. Stop loss at the 0.618, at it, if you've got tight spreads. If you're trading it as B6 on futures, no spreads, or just make an allowance for the spreads. Just put it up about 2 more pips if you're trading with a broker that has spreads or high spreads. So that is it for me for this, for NZD. In fact, this is the clearest one. This is the clearest one. Yeah, and that overall would give us 1 2 1 2 3 4 5, which is probably just a higher degree 3. Okay, hold on. This could be A or W or 1, B2 or X. Then we've got 1 2, and we're looking for a 3 over here. Okay. At this point, we'll see whether we've got a Y or, you know, if we're impulsing. But yeah, 1 2 1 2. See, this uncertain. This is here, so I can see which ones get validated, which ones get invalidated as price moves on. But currently, this is what I'm betting on. That this is a 1, this is a 2. And then inside there, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to give us a 3. So there's a whole big account going on here. Just to make it clear. There's another degree of structure in here. It goes like this, okay? So inside here, we've got 1, 2, looking for 3, okay? Inside 3, okay, so we've got 1, 2. This is the third wave of the third wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once we get that, we'll have this 3. You can also use the Fibonacci extension. Beginning of 1 to the end of 1 to the end of 2. And you're at the 0.618. Okay. That is usually hit for a third wave, okay? So if that's the third wave of our third wave, fourth wave, fifth wave, that will satisfy that. Satisfy the bottom of the channel. Give us that third wave. We'll then come up for another fourth wave. Then a fifth wave to give us the completed third wave in black. But at that point, we need to be careful because it could be the end of a corrective move. And then we don't get a 4 and a 5 to continue lower. What we'd get is a complete reversal in a BX or a 1 wave. So we'd watch after this, see if we get a 5 wave move followed by a 3 wave move and then a breaker structure up. And that would tell us that this is bullish. Okay, so now onto Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I jumped in early. It's paying off right now. I can't say early. It's not like I just jumped in. I've seen signals. And don't get me wrong, it can come down one more time into this green imbalance. Yeah, it's a bullish imbalance, that green box that you see over here. Okay, it's a vector candle zones as described by Tino and Mark Traders Reality. Okay, that's what that is. But at the same time, it's the same thing. It's an imbalance. Okay, so we've tapped it. We swept these lows into there. That's efficient as far as I'm concerned. We've tapped into the imbalance, grabbed liquidity while doing so, and we're moving up. Okay, there's no real reason, in my opinion, for price to come down again. A, B, C. It is quite a simple, basic ABC. You have to understand it's caught people off guard. It's a zigzag. Yeah. It's deep, it's quick, it's caught people off guard, and it's also simple in structure. Zigzag. So you could go A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, whatever. It would have to be 5, 3, 5, A, B, C, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, zigzag. That would be the zigzag. A, B, C over there. And then you'd have the channel over here to here. And then you're waiting for break of the channel to confirm end of zigzag. So zigzag complete. Okay. Obviously a break of there confirms bullishness even more. Yeah, I do like this. I do like this. But anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know if there's any videos you'd like me to do, and I'll get back to you again later on today. All right, peace.